In my previous video, I've noticed some people have issues while running Claude Code inside of Windows. So I grabbed an old laptop I have just to go through the installation process from the absolute zero. I'll also give you some tips on how you can run it pretty smoothly inside of Windows. We'll follow this step-by-step guide I just wrote, and it was from the top of my head, so maybe I'll have to add some things here. We'll see along the process. First of all, let's install Ubuntu. To do that, you'll have to head over to the Microsoft Store. Down here, open that up. My Windows is in Portuguese, but that shouldn't affect anything. Just type in Ubuntu up here. Click that, select the first option. It's completely free. As soon as you hit get, it'll start downloading it. And while it's downloading, this should be pretty fast. Let me explain to you that this is basically adding Linux inside of Windows. So anything you have inside of Windows won't be seen by Linux. That's why most people that already have installed Claude Code try to run files from their Windows, and then it won't work because Linux can't see those files. What you'll have to do is actually pull those files inside of Ubuntu. And I'll do that in just a bit. For now, you can click on open and this might open up a terminal. Yep, right here. Installing this might take a few minutes. Nice. Now you're prompted to enter a Unix username. For me, I'll place in something like Leonardo. Now my password, I'll just add something like 12345. You won't see the password, but to check that you filled it in correctly, just retype it. Password updated successfully. Mine is just 12345. Installation successful. Nice. So we're already inside of Ubuntu. You can clear that out by typing in clear. Now we'll add curl as well as some other commands that are pretty useful. Just copy these commands. This will all be in the description of the video, and hit the right mouse key button. That'll be pasted inside of the terminal. Just hit enter, place in your password and click Y to confirm that you want it to be installed, and just wait a few seconds. Now we have to install NVM, and NVM is what's going to handle Node. You could install Node directly, but to ensure that you have the latest version of Node, or if you need to hop between versions, NVM is always a great go-to. Just head over to this repository over here, and down here in the README, you should find the update curl. Just grab that, head back to the terminal, copy that in, and wait a few seconds. It'll tell you to close and reopen your terminal to continue using NVM. You can do that by just hitting that X. Now to open that up, just type in Ubuntu, hit enter, and you should be back. Now to confirm that NVM was installed correctly, just nvm-v and you'll see its version. Nice. So now that we have NVM, let's install Node. Now with NVM, it's pretty easy to install npm. Just type in nvm install latest, which is just LTS. Nice. Now using Node version 22.17 to check if Node is correctly working, type in Node-v and we have the 22.17 version. Clear that up. Now let's install Git, because most of the times you'll have your own private repository that you'll want to access inside of your WSL. Because of that, you'll have to familiarize yourself just a little bit with the Git commands, which are fairly easy. I mean, these ones you'll just have to use one time. Sudo apt get, let's place that in, type in the password. This should install Git 95, 96, 97%, almost done. And as soon as it's done, we have to place this in. And obviously you're not going to use my name or my email. You have to use your own email that's associated with your Git account. Let me confirm this. Okay, now it seems to be completely done. Let me clear that out. You don't need to keep clearing the terminal like I do. I just like to keep it organized. As soon as you hit enter, you won't receive a confirmation, but if you didn't get an error or anything, then it might have gone well. Now we have to actually authenticate our GitHub account, and usually we'd use SSH, but GitHub has a CLI that just makes it much easier. You can just copy this, place that in, it installed fairly quick. Let me now actually install the CLI. And as soon as that's done, you can just copy in this last command, paste that in, and it'll try to authenticate you using github.com. Make sure that you're connected inside of your browser, because as soon as you confirm this, so HTTPS, authenticate with your GitHub credentials, yes. Log in with a web browser, hit yes once again. And now you'll either be redirected to your browser in this GitHub login device URL, or you just click on it and yeah, that'll redirect you there. Click continue to access with that account, and the passcode you need is right over here. You can copy that in, paste it in there, hit continue, and now authorize that application. Authorize GitHub, and be careful with that because it's basically giving away full access to your GitHub repositories. After you hit enter, the authentication should be successfully done. You'll get this authentication complete message. Clear that out, and let's continue on and now actually install Claude Code. Just use this command, paste that in there, npm install Anthropic AI Claude Code. It's done. It installed correctly. Now let me just update my npm like the description tells me to. And now let's understand exactly what we have. What is this WSL? If you come over to your folders, you'll see that you have now a Linux folder right here. Don't worry if you don't have this Docker desktop inside of your Linux directory. It's probably because you just don't have Docker installed. You'll likely just have Ubuntu if you don't use Docker. And then inside of that Ubuntu folder, you can access the home page. This home folder gives you access to your user, at which in here, anything that you place in here. So let's create a new folder, blah. And now if I type in ls, I can see my blah folder in there. To get inside of that folder, cd blah, and I can get inside of that folder. To go back, just cd space double dots, and you're back. And I'm actually just showing you this because they are really basic commands that will help you navigate through all of your files. So let me now clone a repository I have inside of my private GitHub account. Just type in git clone and the URL for that repository with a .git at the end. Nice. Now everything was cloned inside a folder in here. If you type in ls, you'll see that folder. Typing in cd and starting to type community, which is the name of my project, then hitting tab will select that. You can just hit enter to get inside of that folder. Now for us to use Claude Code, just type in Claude. And Claude should open up. Since this is the first run of Claude, you'll have to configure it. I'll select dark mode and then I'll select Claude Code with subscription. Since it didn't open up, I can hold Control, click on it, click on that link, and then now this will open up. Authorize, make sure that you're logged in Claude. With that code copied, you can come back here, paste that in, hit enter to continue, and you should be done. Enter again, and finally enter again if you trust that specific folder. Now you should be inside of Claude. To run Claude inside of Cursor, and by the way, to get out of the Claude interface, just Control C. Nice, we're inside of their interface, so just Control C again, and you'll get out of that. Now to open up your IDE, just type in code space dot, hit enter, and your IDE should open. Actually, the first time I typed it in, it just started updating the IDE, and then for the second time, it opened up Cursor just fine. With Cursor opened up like this, it'll open up using the WSL by default. So you'll get this message up here, WSL. Whenever you open up your terminal, it'll already be inside of Ubuntu. You can type in here, just as before, Claude, and Claude's interface should open up just fine inside of the terminal, which is inside of Cursor. A pretty cool thing you can do now in Claude Code is type in -IDE, and then it'll detect which IDE is open. You'll then have a full integration. So as you can see, I'm inside of diff.d.ts, and it detects that right here. If I select a bunch of lines, it detected that I selected all those lines. For me to send those lines over to Claude Code, I can hold Control-Alt-K, and that will be sent down there so you can be as fast as possible. Other things that you can do is quick launch, diff viewing. The selection context is what I just did, I believe. Diagnostics sharing. So yeah, feel free to take a look at this recent IDE integrations from Anthropic. Another thing about WSL is that you could just drag a file over there. If you don't want to use GitHub, if you don't want to keep cloning anything, you could just select a folder. Let's suppose I have this folder right here and I want to place it in there. So just go over to Linux, Ubuntu, Home, get inside of your profile and paste that in. By doing that, you can access it just fine. Going back, so cd that ls, you can find that folder over there. Just cd into blah, and you'll be inside of that folder, which you can type in Claude and start coding inside of it with Claude Code. Feel free to use the comment section of this video if you have any other questions, if something wasn't covered in the installation process, or if you're stuck in a specific process or a specific command. That is it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then.